We arrived a day early, my husband's with me, and the first thing we did was put our hiking boots on and we hiked up to Marlena, where they have the best fondue in Verbier. So that was the first thing we did. I have an awkward moment from Verbier. This was when we did the Don Giovanni. The extraordinary Bryn Terfel was my Don Giovanni. I was singing Zerlina. And all the singers, there's a sofa backstage, and all the singers were sitting there, and so I sat down as well. And I was by far the youngest and the least experienced of everyone there, so I was keeping very quiet. And suddenly everybody else left for a scene, and only Bryn and I were left on the sofa. So I tried very hard to sort of read a magazine and pretend I didn't realise that this legend was sitting next to me. And in his quiet way, he sort of said, "So Sylvia, I Googled you yesterday." So that was a very awkward moment for me because I didn't know what he was going to say after that. Being surrounded by young musicians, you know, whether it's thrilling or competition, when you're working with colleagues, they're just colleagues. They're not younger, they're not older, they're simply musicians. So one doesn't really feel threatened by younger people. Most people, by the time they get to being in a proper staging or in a concert with other professional singers, they are of a level that they need to be taken seriously as musicians, and age is irrelevant, really. Martin has been like a mentor, but from much further away than other people. He's been a distant mentor. He's very quiet and discreet, but he's invited me back to this festival every year, every 2 years. And the repertoire he's given me to sing has been very clever. Always been something that either stretches my development vocally or my imagination musically. What he's created in this festival is very much about helping people that he discovers and he believes in. I think that's been his way for a long time, but I've felt that very strongly with him. Verbier is celebrating its 23rd birthday this year. At 23, I had just arrived in Berlin, and Thomas Quasthoff was my singing teacher. Wolfram Rieger was my lead interpretation teacher, and Julia Varadi was my opera interpretation teacher. So this was all a bit of a dream come true. These three teachers were fantastic. They organised an audition at the Berlin Staatsoper, and Barenboim sort of took me under his wing. So this was a big year for me. Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eyes. Rest your head close to my heart, never to part, baby of mine.